Welcome to Maycomb. First we start our adventures with Boo Radley's house. And right here is the peacock tree that no one will eat fruit from. And then we'll adventure over here. We'll end up going over to Boo Radley's house. And as you can see right here, it is the Radley's place. And my quote for it is, "The Radley's place jutted into a sharp curve beyond our house," on page 10. Now if you head inside here, you can find Arthur Boo Radley. And my quote for him is, "Boo wasn't crazy, high-strung at times," on page 14. If you head over here, you see his brother Nathan. This is the scene where Jem and Scout were trying to leave a letter for Mr. Radley, but was shot at by Nathan. As right there. Now, if we leave this part, and you can head over here, you would see the oak tree that had a hole in it that Jem and Scout could see. And if we head to the back of the Radley's place, we'll also find where the garden is that Jem had to try to escape, but got his shorts, or not Jem, Dill got his shorts caught right here. Now, let's head over to the school area. As you can see right here, this is the school. And now let's take a look inside. As you can see here, this is Miss Caroline. And my quote for her was, "Miss Caroline was no more than 21," on page 21. Now, if we head back out, you can see the quote up here for the school is, "Hours of winter had found me in the treehouse looking over at the schoolyard, spying on the multitudes of children," on page 20. If you like to go over here, you'll see that the children are playing right there, the children. And now if you climb up this tree, it will take you to Scout's treehouse. Now Scout had a telescope that she would spy on the kids with, which is right here. Now if we head back down, we will take a look at another quote that I found, which is, "Maycomb was east of the Finch's Landing," on page 6. Now here is Calpurnia, and my quote for her was, "Calpurnia was something else." Again, she was ankles and bones, on page 6 through 7. Now, if you come here, you see this is the Finch's house, and my quote was, "We lived on the main residential street in town," on page 6. Now, if you go inside, you'll see that there's Scout, and my quote for Scout is, "Scout yonder's been reading ever since she was born. She ain't even started school yet," on page 8. And over here you'll see Jem, and my quote for him was, "His left arm shorter than his right," on page 1. And here's Dill. And my quote was, "Dill was a curiosity. He wore blue linen shorts that buttoned to his shirt, and his hair was snow white and stuck to his head like duck fluff," on page 9. Right here you will see Atticus Finch. And my quote for him was, "Atticus was feeble. He was nearly 50," on page 118. If you come here, you see Aunt Alexandria. And my quote for her was, "Aunt Alexandria seemed like she'd always lived here." Now if we head out of the Finch's house, we'll go to her neighbor's house, which is Miss Dubose. And Miss Dubose's quote was, "Miss Henry Lafayette Dubose's house was 2 doors to the north of us," on page 7. Now if we go over here, we can find Miss Rachel's house, which is Dill's aunt. And my quote was, "Jem and I were leaving Miss Rachel's front steps," which you can see right there. Now if you head into the middle, you can see the courthouse, which is pretty big. And my quote was, "The courthouse sagged in the square." Now if we head in here, we can see that the trial is going on. And right here, this is Tom Robinson, right here. And my quote for Tom was, I can't use my left hand. I got it caught in a cotton gin when I was 12. And over here we see Judge Taylor. And my quote for Judge Taylor was, he distilled this for me, meaning that Judge Taylor might look lazy and operate in his sleep on page 253. Now if we head outside of the courthouse, we can take a turn and head over to the jail, which is right here. As you can see, people are in jail over there, but our quote comes here when clients hang themselves at the Maycomb jail on page 6. That's replicating the news, and you'd pull this lever and they would hang and die. Now if we go to the other side of the courthouse, we can find the Ewell's place, which isn't that special, but no one really liked them in town, so as Atticus would say, they were a nuisance, and yeah. If we head over here back into the neighborhood, we find Miss Avery's house. And my quote for her was, Miss Avery's face appeared at an upstairs window. Now if we go inside the house, as you can see there's some stairs up here leading upstairs, we can find Miss Avery right here, and she is looking out her window. Now if we go to the next house that's neighbors with Miss Avery, you'll know that right here is Miss Maudie's house. Now this is a very beautiful house, and the quote I found for it was, I spent most of the remaining twilights of that summer sitting with Miss Maudie on her front porch, which is pretty nice. But something tragic happened to Miss Maudie's house, and it was set on fire. Also, now we'll head over to Miss Stephanie's house, which was, yeah, just a filler house pretty much, but I mean, she's important to the story. So that will end it as we watch Miss Maudie's house burn. You can get a quick overview of my Maycomb village.